What's up, party people? It's your girl T, aka the Nappy Head Jojoba, and if I sound congested, it's because I am. I never get sick, and by never I mean extremely rarely, but everyone's number comes up at some point and it was my turn. I had a good run. Hopefully my oil pulling and all my other normal stuff will keep me going in terms of not getting sick again for a very, very long time. So that is why I might sound a little congested and nasally, but let's get to the matter at hand and talk about Catherine Marion products. Catherine Marion is a brand that I was not familiar with. They actually approached me, they emailed me and asked if I would be willing to do a review on their product line. Learned that it was a Black-owned business started by two sisters, and I was all in. They've got a very streamlined, curated product line, as well as a coffee table book right here. It's called Flower Child Curls Guide to Growing Long Natural Hair. And the sisters wrote the book and they list all of their sources in the back, just to let you know where they got their research from. But for the most part, it's a very, very streamlined, straightforward guide to kind of creating a hair care routine for an absolute newbie. And I will say a lot of the information and changes that I implemented in my hair care routine that allowed me to grow it longer is information that's contained in this coffee table book. The book has really cute illustrations and, you know, it's just very, very simple and easy to follow. It's not an overwhelming book. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Audrey Davis Sivasathi's book, The Science of Black Hair. That book is sort of like the Bible on caring for Afro-textured hair, and it's awesome, but it's also very much like a textbook. It's a lot of information to get through. If you're starting from zero, I would say that this is a really good place to start. And I think it would actually be a really nice gift. You know, now that we're past Labor Day, we're officially kind of heading into the fall and eventually the holiday season. And if you have someone who has recently big chopped or recently just decided to stop perming their hair, this would probably be a nice book for them if they have no idea where to start with caring for their hair. The main thing about learning to care for your hair is about learning to care for your hair. So whether it's this book or any other book you read, it's a good starting off point, but ultimately you're going to have to cater and tailor your routine to your hair's particular needs. So for example, they have two regimen outlines in this book, one for short hair or recently big chopped hair, and then one for medium to longer hair. And they do entail basically weekly washings. I don't do that anymore. I stopped doing that a long time ago, and I feel like less manipulation on my hair is really what has allowed it to thrive. So again, these are just minor and major tweaks that I've had to make over the years based on things that I've learned, because I think a lot of us, when we're new to caring for our hair or trying to grow it out, we get so excited and we see someone with the hair of our dreams and we want to do exactly what she does or exactly what he does. So I think this is kind of a good blueprint for where to start if you have no idea where to start, but bear in mind that the tips and information in here are just suggestions, and ultimately you're still going to have to figure out your own hair. Let's get on to the juicier stuff, which is of course the products. Again, this is a very focused and curated product line. It consists of only 4 items. The first is their shampoo. This is a clay-based shampoo that also uses soap berries. I'm not entirely sure if soap berries are the same thing as soap nuts, aka Aretha. I should probably have looked into that before I started filming this video. But it contains that along with glycerin, bentonite, Rasul clay, you know, xanthan gum, aloe vera, optofen as the preservative. And that's it. And the cool thing about all of the labels on their products is with the ingredients, they tell you what each thing does in case you're not familiar with it. So if you don't know what xanthan gum is, they tell you it's the thickener. The next product in the lineup is their conditioner. This is just called conditioner from Catherine Marion. It doesn't indicate that it's specifically an instant conditioner or a deep conditioner. It basically says that you can use it either way. This conditioner is kind of interesting because it also contains the soap berries, meaning it has a cleansing agent in it. So for all of you co-washing fans out there, this might be a nice option for you. I'm not a co-washer, I'm a big believer in shampoo, but if you do like to co-wash, this would probably be a good option for you. It also has coconut oil, emulsifying wax, optofen, not BTMS, benzimonium chloride, which is similar to BTMS, panthenol, moringa oil, rosemary, cinnamon, all that good stuff. So of course I'll leave links to their website with these products in the description box so you can take a closer look at the ingredients if you're interested. Next up is the leave-in conditioner. This one is a pretty straightforward leave-in conditioner. As you can see, when I actually probably can't see, but when I turn it upside down, it does not slide down in the bottle right away. It's staying put pretty much. I actually found this leave-in conditioner to have a more thick, luxurious, rich consistency than the actual deep conditioner slash rinse out conditioner. I really like the texture of this quite a bit. And last but not least is their oil. They just call it the Flower Child Curls oil, but if you look at the ingredients, it's basically jojoba oil with some tocopherol, which is vitamin E, which helps to just preserve it. All of the products in the line are pH balanced for our hair, aside from the oil, of course, because oil products are anhydrous, and anhydrous things are not, they don't have a potential for hydrogen, so pH is moot. So that's the lineup. I used it this weekend, and let's just walk through each item one by one and I'll let you know my thoughts. I've used a handful of clay-based shampoos in my day. You know, I've tried the Terra Essentials, of course. I've tried the one from Soultanicals, and I think I've tried maybe one or two others. Out of all the ones I've tried, this had the nicest consistency out of any clay-based shampoo I've ever tried. It was very lightweight. It left my hair feeling soft. I didn't feel stripped at all. I will say going in, my hair already felt pretty soft because of my pre-poo potion that I talked about a few videos back when I first discovered it. I'm still using it. I want to keep using it for a little while longer before I give you guys an update, but I've used it thrice so far, including that first time. But I digress. The shampoo I thought was quite nice. Again, one of the nicest textures, I would say the nicest texture out of any clay-based shampoo that I've ever tried. It didn't really feel like it had a ton of grit to it, as you can sometimes get with these clay-based cleansers. I hesitate to call it a shampoo, even though that's what it says on the label, because it doesn't really lather, but it sort of hints at the potential for lather, probably from those soap berries in there, but it doesn't foam up really. The only thing I don't like about this product is, I don't know if you can see, but I have this much left and I've used it once. I had to use a lot of it. I lathered each section of my hair twice, and I basically used the entire bottle in one use. This is an 8-ounce container, and I don't have that much hair. My hair, you know, it's got some decent length, but the density is not high. I would say my hair is normal density, maybe even on the lower end of normal density. But I do like to ensure that all of my strands are being coated whenever I'm cleansing and conditioning or putting and leave-in, whatever the case may be, and I just had to keep using this, and I basically used all of it. Hopefully they'll be coming out with larger versions of this, because I don't think it's realistic for me to use a shampoo where I have to use an entire bottle per session. Next up is the conditioner. This conditioner contains no protein whatsoever, and they actually discuss that in the book. They specifically designed this conditioner to be safe for all hair types, whether you're low porosity, normal porosity, or high porosity. If your hair doesn't react well with protein, it's probably because you're low porosity, and that's why they formulated this conditioner without any protein in it. They do have a recipe for a protein treatment in the book to use separately as needed, and they also suggest henna if you would prefer to use that over a protein conditioner. But I use protein because my hair's porosity is normal, probably a bit higher on the ends where it's the oldest. So I actually combined 4 ounces of this with my Green Beauty Real Protein treatment. I just used 2 tablespoons of it. I also added a tablespoon of this oil and then a little bit of coconut oil as well, just to kind of create a more rich conditioner and to bulk it out, because I knew that 4 ounces of conditioner probably wasn't going to be enough for my hair. So I've got this much left of the conditioner after one use. I was actually kind of skeptical about this conditioner when I was applying it because it's very lightweight and lotiony. I wasn't certain that it was really going to give my hair that deep conditioning treatment that I need, because I don't really bother with instant conditioners. After I wash my hair, I just go right to a deep conditioner and I'm done with it. But they say don't judge a book by its cover. Well, I guess you can't judge a conditioner by its consistency, because despite the lightweight texture, I felt like my hair felt very nicely conditioned afterwards. It felt softened and it felt good. And the really nice thing about it was, because it's so lightweight, it rinsed very easily. So my hair, it was really easy breezy to just get in the shower, rinse the conditioner out, and move on to the next step. I was also really happy to see that this conditioner plays well with others, so to speak, because I did add in my protein, my hydrolyzed wheat protein from Green Beauty that I've talked about numerous times. I will link it below. And I was very happy to see that it didn't like mess with this conditioner at all. My hair still felt great. Once I had completely rinsed the conditioner, I let it blot in the t-shirt for a little bit, and then I went ahead and applied the leave-in and put some of this on top to seal. The leave-in conditioner is probably my favorite product out of the line. I felt like it felt very creamy and hydrating going onto my hair. And it also had some nice slip to it. Not an insane amount, but enough for me to be able to section my hair off and do some flat twists. I'm kind of transitioning into a bit of a protective style challenge where I want to try to keep my hair covered for an extended period of time via wigs and turbans. So I decided to go ahead and flat twist my hair so I could get it very wig ready. But I thought that this felt very nice as I was applying it into my hair. This is pretty much jojoba oil. I would imagine you guys would already know that I love jojoba oil based on my channel name. And then I also applied a heavier butter type product to the lower third of the length of my hair as I was twisting, just to make sure that those ends were really getting the moisture locked in. I've been doing a lot more heavy kind of butter products on my ends lately. Then I set all my ends on rollers because that's another thing that I do on every wash day these days. And I let my hair dry overnight. And this is how my hair was looking after all that today. Don't laugh at my wonky flat twist. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I am styling challenged. Doesn't really matter because they're going to be hidden under wigs anyway, but that's how they're looking. I did feel like my hair felt just the slightest bit thirsty, so I went ahead and just sprayed it down with my normal DIY spray leave-in that I always have on hand. Put some more butter on the ends of my hair, and then I went ahead and slapped on my wig cap and my wig. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the Catherine Marion line. I feel like they've got really nice ingredients and it's a very streamlined hairline. If you're not really fussy with wanting to use a bunch of products, I think that this is a great place to start. You will just need to fill in the blank of a protein/strengthening treatment somewhere in there. But again, if you have low porosity hair, that won't be necessarily a pressing issue. You probably won't need a protein conditioner as soon or as often as someone with normal to high porosity hair. If you were going to try only one or two things, I would suggest the shampoo, particularly if you're interested in trying a clay-based shampoo. I think it's nice. I think a good way to make it last better than it did for me would be to dilute it. So if I had known then what I know now, I would simply have used a 50-50 ratio or even a 2/3 to 1/3 ratio of the shampoo with either water or aloe vera juice. And I feel like I would have been able to spread it more evenly over my strands without using nearly as much product. The other thing I would suggest to try is the leave-in conditioner. I think that it's a really nice texture, and I actually think that you could totally use this as a deep conditioner just as easily as this one. I feel like it's got a sturdier consistency, it's a little bit richer. And the way I am is I often look at the ingredients rather than the indications. Just like in my dry deep conditioning technique video, you know, I can use products that aren't necessarily intended to be used as deep conditioners or leave-ins and then use them the other way around, you know? Like, I really just look at the ingredients and I'm like, okay, am I comfortable with leaving this in my hair even though it's called a deep conditioner? Okay, even though this is considered a leave-in conditioner, it's got a lot of nice emollients and a great consistency, and I feel like I might prefer to use it as a deep conditioner. What I'm saying is free your mind. That is it for this review. Be sure to check out Catherine Marion and support a sister. And again, if you're hard up for a gift idea for someone in your life come holiday time and you're looking for something for someone who's maybe at odds with her natural hair, or his natural hair is a little bit overwhelmed and doesn't know how to deal with it, this is probably a good place to start. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks to Catherine Marion for sending me these products to check out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.